So, welcome to the next edition of the Rare Business Podcast. With me today, I have Jim Dicso from SundaySky. Hi, Jim.
Hi, how are you doing, Adrian?
I'm very well. So, Jim, for the benefit of our listeners and readers, can you tell us a bit about you and a bit about the work that you do?
Certainly. So, my name is Jim Dicso. I'm the President and Chief Revenue Officer of SundaySky. My responsibility is all of our market-facing activities, sales, marketing, support, and business development.
Mm-hmm.
And SundaySky is a company that provides a platform for generating personalized videos in real time that allow companies to engage their customers with a more personalized experience while supporting their objectives for lowering cost, improving relations with customers, and growing revenues.
Fantastic. Now, Jim, we had a conversation a little while ago about SundaySky, and I thought some of the things that you were doing was fascinating, and particularly in a space that I'm really interested in, that's in sort of proactive customer service. Can you tell me a little bit more about what you're doing and how you're doing it, and what do you think the implications are for some of the firms that you're working with?
Certainly. So the way we think about smart video is that we want to engage end users of our customers. So a company like an AT&T, we're supporting them in how they communicate to their consumer customers. And the focus of a smart video is that we want to identify ways that we can help a company drive an action that they want their customer to take. And an example of that would be to sign up for paperless billing or sign up for auto payment or log into the self-serve portal, or avoid an action that they want to try and not occur. So an example of that would be avoid an inbound phone call or avoid a customer canceling their service due to some issue.
Right.
So those are the kinds of things that we focus on with smart video.
Okay. Because I was speaking to a friend about this.
So let me tell you a little bit more about how we do that.
Oh, okay.
So in the example for AT&T that I mentioned, they had a challenge with customers that receive their very first bill and have bill shock. So they sign up for a service, they expect that service to be a recurring monthly fee. Let's say they signed up for a $100 monthly service.
Yeah.
And then they get their first bill, and that first bill is substantially larger than $100 due to setup fees, one-time charges associated with a proration, so the first bill being a partial month bill.
Okay.
And also government fees and taxes. And so the customer expects $100 and they get, let's say, $180, and two things happen. One, they get frustrated and think about canceling their service. And two, they pick up the phone and call AT&T to address the reasons why the bill is so high. So what we've done with AT&T is built a smart video for explaining the bill. We've shortened the name to Video Bill.
Right.
And that video bill is proactively delivered to the customer with the bill notification email that they send out. And when the customer clicks play to watch the video is generated at that moment in time using the data in the billing system related to that customer's bill at that time, and it explains their bill to them using their data. So it's proactively answering questions that would normally elicit phone calls.
Mm-hmm.
It addressing the reasons why customers have bill shock and consider canceling their service.
Mm-hmm.
And it takes the time to recommend a value-added service like paperless or auto pay or self-serve. And so what AT&T is able to measure is a material reduction in inbound phone calls,
Okay.
a material uptake of value-added service like paperless statements, and a customer satisfaction rating that increases the Net Promoter Score for those customers that watch the video. So a proactive service experience that's delightful to the customer and saves money and churn for AT&T.
I mean, that's fantastic. I told I told a friend of mine about this, and because I was telling him about our call coming up and this interview, and the call that we had previously, and I told him about the AT&T example, and he went, "That's just really smart," and well, that's why it's called, hence why it's smart video, I guess.
Exactly.
And because he's a real fan of sort of systems thinking, and it seems to me that it's a real very much an outside-in systems thinking approach to solving some problems that really exist for many firms, particularly big banks or insurance companies or telcos or utilities. And I think that what you're doing is it's just really useful, really clever, and so that's fantastic. And I also kind of learned as well recently from Aaron that I spoke to earlier, is that you guys have just got some serious backing recently. You just got another $20 million worth of financing, VC financing or so.
Yes, we were successful in raising a C round of funding, $20 million round led by Comcast Ventures, and participated with all of our existing investors plus some additionals that joined. So very, very successful event for us, and supports us in taking the next step of growth as we look to further build and dominate the smart video category.
First of all, congratulations on the raising the finance, because I think it's a really positive step, and I think there's more companies, whether they're banks or finance companies or telcos or utilities, that could use this type of technology. But what other applications are you seeing demand for smart video in the sort of customer service and customer experience space? I mean, what other things are you getting involved with?
We have a number of applications of smart video across the customer lifecycle, and specific to proactive customer service, the number one thing we're seeing is companies that want to change the way they onboard new customers.
Okay.
So that first 90 days of a new customer experience is where you have the opportunity to deepen the relationship, and where you have the opportunity to teach the customer how to be more like your best customer.
Right.
And so the opportunity to do what we call multi-touch onboarding.
Right.
So a video that speaks to the customer after they signed up for a new product or service and before they start using it, a welcome video, if you will, that sets expectations for the value proposition, reaffirms the value proposition that resulted in a decision, reaffirms the terms of the service and the relationship, and provides input into how to get the most out of your new product or service. And then a same video template, but a different version of the same video after you get your product or service provisioned and used. And it reaffirms how you've used the product or service, recommends additional things to get more value out of the product or service, and also suggests a potential addition to the product or service as part of an upsell or a cross-sell strategy.
Right.
Is where companies now have if you think about a bank, they want to become top of wallet and they want to maximize share of wallet. If you think about an insurer, they want you to bundle different insurance products. So there are many ways that we're working with companies in that multi-touch onboarding experience.
Yeah.
And then the second major theme that we're seeing is what can happen in the contact center. So the AT&T example I shared with you was based on the idea of a video going out from AT&T to a customer to explain the first bill. However, if you think about the fact that they have a large volume of inbound calls to the call center regarding billing or other reasons,
yes,
we also have the ability for an agent in their response to the customer to have a video automatically added to the email. So if you think about what they're doing, they're filling out a system about, adding information to the system about the call.
Yes.
And when they end the call, if they take the action of saying, send a smart video, then our system pulls data elements about the call and can now create a video that, instead of being sent on behalf of AT&T or our customer, would be sent on behalf of the call center agent for that company.
Okay.
And so instead of being proactive customer service, it's a proactive experience to more effectively engage the person after the service inquiry, again with a goal of teaching them to self-serve and turning that service inquiry into a selling opportunity.
Yeah, I mean, going back to the sort of the AT&T example and the example that you raised there, it seems to me that there's probably quite a lot of insight that can be gained from sort of analytics around trying to solve and answer the questions that most commonly come up, and do that in a proactive way, because that's automatically going to have an impact on the number of inbound calls that you get from either existing customers or new customers when they take on new products and new services, because there's always there's always the questions that get asked, and they're generally really quite common. But if you could be proactive about answering those questions before somebody picks up the phone, that's always going to stand you in good stead, surely.
That's exactly how we build the video story. So if you think about a video, it's a series of scenes.
Yeah.
Each scene is designed to address either a question or recommend an action.
Yeah.
And so because the video is built automatically based on the data that's stored in a system about the person,
mm-hmm.
The video can include or exclude scenes based on relevance.
Right.
And so it speaks personally to you in the most relevant way with your personal data. So absolutely, we use the call records as an input to the design, because we want to target those call drivers that are most prominent, so that we can avoid those call reasons and drive a customer not to pick up the phone and call.
Fantastic. So, Jim, is there anything else that you think that you'd like to sort of point out in sort of the things that you're trying to do and the problems that you're trying to address that that would be of interest to our readers and listeners?
Yeah, as companies think about their differentiation strategy in the market, a majority of them are coming to the realization that customer experience and a compelling, personalized customer experience are key to how you differentiate yourself in a world where there's an unlimited amount of information about products and services and companies in the world.
Mm-hmm.
So, we believe that smart video, because it's a personalized experience and because it's delivered in real time using the most relevant data, and because it's an engaging medium, provides a unique way for brands to engage their customers at all stages of the customer life cycle. So we feel like we've hit a very important trend in the market, and we have a very unique approach to how we drive value to that trend.
That's great. I mean, and so what's SundaySky's and your plans for the rest of this year and beyond? I mean, apart from world domination via smart video, of course.
Yeah, fair enough. We through the remainder of this year, we have a very aggressive business plan that we are effectively executing. Mm-hmm. We're working on next year's business plan as we speak, and we've defined our long-term strategy towards means of taking the things that we're doing for individual customers and making them more repeatable and scalable, so that we can more effectively support the market with smart video. If we can shorten the time it takes to go live and maximize the number of views, then we can help drive value for our customers, which really is what drives value for us.
Fantastic. And so the final question that I always like to end these interviews on is there anything that you would like to shamelessly plug?
Just the fact that we're a company in growth mode. We've just raised a round that's designed to support our growth, and we're looking to add great people to the team to help take our company to the next level.
Fantastic. And so, Jim, are you guys predominantly focusing on the States right now, or are you international, or are you in the UK, or where are you
So
all over the place?
our initial go-to-market, we started in the U.S.
Uh-huh.
We have a basis and growing footprint in the U.K.
Uh-huh.
So we do have a team in the U.K. and customers in the U.K. as well as on the mainland.
Okay.
And then we're also selectively growing beyond that. So very much a global footprint today.
Fantastic. Well, Jim, I'll make sure I get all that sort of linked up and point people to the showcase videos and things that you've got. And thank you for sharing a bit of the story and a bit of the things the smart things that you guys are doing with video to help with customer service and overall customer experience. I think it's fascinating, and I think it's great work.
Thank you. Yeah, we're excited about the future, and we think we've hit on a nerve that's affecting the overall market. So we've got a lot of opportunity in front of us.
Fantastic. But so thank you again for your time today. That's been brilliant.